Welcome to Beat the Disease Nutritionally. I'm with Registered Dietitian and author of Nutrition ETC for the Millennium, Tracy Stopler. Tracy, can you explain to us what ETC stands for on your book cover?
Yes, that's the name of my business, okay. Nutrition, etc. The ETC stands for exercise, training, and counseling. Once again, just putting together the nutrition that we do, the exercise training, and the counseling for both.
Oh, that sounds like a wonderful package.
It's been fun.
Oh, that's great. That is wonderful. Now, looking at you, it doesn't seem that you would have a concern at all about what you eat. But have you ever had a weak moment, let's say, middle of the night, you have a craving, and you have a big piece of chocolate cake or something?
Which one do you want me to tell you about?
Okay, you're human.
No, very, very human. And actually, I think that keeps me in touch and sensitive towards what I need to do with my clients. For example, I do eat very healthy, and I do follow an exercise program, but I am human. And I think there was one moment where I actually recognized this is what my clients talk about, and I understood once I started working on this book, the frustration and my writing about emotional eating after I had about 2 or 3 homemade peanut butter cups, because I do make chocolates and cookies. Love doing it, but I do for the most part keep it in moderation.
Sure.
Yeah, it's all very humbling.
Right. But it helps you then to communicate how to negotiate that drive when it comes.
It also helps me to explain to them how to keep it in check, because I get it, I understand it. So I will try to explain to them to find their own course of action that will work for them, as I try to do for myself.
That's wonderful.
This is my mentor, Victor Herbert, who actually helped me with the book, and it was 5 years ago when he passed away that I had my first episode, me personally, of knowing what binging was. When he was not well, I would often visit him 2 or 3 times a week, and he loved my peanut butter cups. So I would always bring enough peanut butter cups, one for me, one for him, one for the nurse, and an extra 2 in case anyone else showed up. And eventually he stopped eating his, and I ate his, and then the nurse never saw hers, and I didn't know who the other 2 people were. And even when he passed away, I remember not stopping, because it was like a reconnection.
Sure, something that you shared.
Absolutely. So that's what emotional eating is, and that's when I learned what it was. It helps me to relate to my clients with that.
Oh, sure. Sorry. Thank you for sharing that. That's powerful. And but you've learned how to move past that.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that's something you can take to all of your clients.
Oh yeah, and that was that was minor. That was compared to what my clients go through. But I share this with my clients because I am fit, and I want them to know I understand what you're talking about.
Right.
So they can relate to me, and I can relate to them, which helps with the healing process, no matter what they're going through.
Oh, by all means. Yes, I imagine for you too. Right.
Oh, my clients give me so much. I have to remember that. I have to remember how appreciative to be.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
I've been very lucky.
I think everyone benefits, and
yes.
I look forward to reading this book.
Thank you.
Now, I wonder if you can help us answer one of our viewers' questions. She wrote in, I have always enjoyed cookies with milk after a long day at the office. How do you break the habit?
It can take about 28 days to change a negative behavior into a positive behavior. And sadly, it can take 3 days to revert back. Now, I would want to ask the viewer if she considers this a negative habit, because in my professional opinion, if she's having the cookies in moderation and she's combining it with milk, which is really nutritious, it's not necessarily a habit that needs to be broken unless she's doing it in excess. If the sugar from the cookies is triggering her to continue eating, then it's a habit that needs to be broken.
I see.
But otherwise, to break a habit, what I try to tell my clients to do is to try to do exactly the opposite of what they're doing. And it's really trying to change negative thoughts first into positive thoughts, because very often our behaviors are a direct result of what we are thinking.
That's so incredible. So you change the thought, you change the action.
We see it occurring that way. Or sometimes we have to just change the action to change the thought. It doesn't matter which comes first,
I see.
as long as the end result is achieved.
Thank you to our guest, Tracy Stopler, MSRD,